Hi everybody, it's December 15th, 2025. Um, Speaking about premonitions, premonitions used to be a bigger deal when I was younger because I would get glimpses of what I kind of computed what could or what might or what probably was going to happen. And the problem with premonitions when you're young is that you start to rely on them. It's almost like investing in something that you haven't verified completely or thoroughly. And so when things go awry and when things go off schedule, you get kind of flustered and you get discouraged and you want to give up and you get depressed. So as I got older, premonitions I just looked at them as suggestions. I looked at them as, advice that you might get from an older person, a more wise person. And then I moved on because premonitions are not really what you should be focused on life. Life is more about doing. Life is more about action. Life is more about learning. And when you are given the gift of a premonition that is valid, that is accurate, yes, that's a great thing. It gives you faith. It gives you faith in the wonder and magic of life. But premonitions really shouldn't be given more credit than they are due because, as we all know, the nature of life changes. The nature of your life and your experience can change in a moment for the better or the worse, or it could just be different. It could just be a shift in color, a shift in perspective. It could be a deposit of knowledge that is useless at the moment, but you still know is valuable. So premonitions are great, but they aren't what you can actually. They're not the meat of life. They're not the meal of life. They're just little atmosphere conditions that sometimes fall upon our consciousness. And so that gets me to thinking about being caught. And by being caught, I mean I slightly mean being saved. When you look to people to catch you when you are falling, to support you, there are things that you have to realize. As much as your life is segmented and compartmentalized and nuanced and volatile and varied in colors and wavelengths, so is everybody else's. So when you are expecting to be caught by somebody else, just remember that they have a whole universe inside of them, and you are a part of that, of course. But if they catch you and you don't like the way that they caught you, don't focus too much on that. If you are caught at all by anybody else, appreciate that moment where they stopped you from falling further. Appreciate them for allowing you to take up even a little bit of their attention, because lots of people don't have the luxury of being caught by anybody physical, anybody that's on the same plane as them. So when you are looking to be caught, if you can stop yourself from falling, stop yourself, because when you fall, nobody catches you. You're going to develop a narrative of life that is going to be daunting to overcome. If you are wise enough, you may realize that that nobody is required to catch you, that you don't necessarily deserve to be caught by anybody, and that's not a negative way to look at things. It's the way the world is. So if you were wise enough to catch yourself while you're falling because you thought you were going to be caught, don't tempt fate. Don't tempt your good fortune by falling and trying to make somebody catch you, because the story of people's lives are so complicated and so heavy that your narrative changes, and you should never change your narrative on your life because of somebody else that wasn't there for you, that had many other things to worry about. And so when you are looking to be caught by yourself, when you're falling and you're depending on yourself to catch yourself, look at it as you're guiding a child. I'm not saying that you are a child inside or any part of you is still a child, but look at it as guiding a child. What do they need at the most pressing moment, which is now? And give that to yourself. What do they need in the future, in a couple of days, a couple of hours, a couple of weeks? Give that to yourself. Set that up so you will have it ready for yourself in a couple of weeks when you need it. What do you need in the long term? And so when you're planning for yourself long term, this is where you should take to task to study your life. Study what you need to know to face those challenges that are coming in the coming months and years. Develop your wisdom and guide yourself as if you are guiding a child, because you are a child of God and you are a child, you are a student of this life, almost like a child. So when you're catching yourself, you don't want to just indulge yourself in vices. You don't want to indulge yourself in physical gratification, because you may, if you eat too much, you may gain weight and you will not feel that well about yourself in the future, and you're going to have to live with that. Or if you are exercising too much, you're going to injure yourself, and then you're not going to be able to maintain that body physique that you have worked so hard to gain, because you sustain an injury and you can't continue working out. So treat yourself as a child of this world, as a child of God, and that's how you catch yourself. You don't catch yourself when you fall for no reason or fall for foolish reasons. And so when you want God to catch you, God has caught you already. God has caught you in the future, in the past, and the present. God has always been with you. And so when you fall and you are expecting God to prove himself by catching you and by lifting you up and giving you a gratification and giving you rewards and treasures and information and wisdom and spirit gifts, just remember that you can't fool God. You can't test God in that way, because God has already known that you are going to try to test him even before you were walking on two legs. He knows when you're going to test him. He knows when you're trying to get answers from him, and he won't reveal himself that way, because you will not learn that as deeply the power of God. He will come in the 11th hour every time if you keep on trying to test him in such a dishonest way. If you want God to catch you, you have to catch what God is laying down for you at this moment. And it may seem like nothing's there, but you have to keep on walking around and looking around to get the little clues that he's giving you. And you will find that the ground that you are walking on is God. You will find that the sky that you're looking at is God. You'll find that the book you are reading is God speaking to you if you are attuned in the correct manner. So when you are falling on purpose for God to catch you, just remember he's been ahead of you 1,000 steps at every second, compounding on each other. So I hope this helps. Thanks.